Good morning, friends. It's chicken coop build part 2. So I pretty much exhausted all of the extra building materials that I had left over from the construction of my house. And so what I have remaining is twisted or it's curved, and I don't want to have to try to contend with that. So I'm gonna run to town, get some more building materials to finish the pieces that I need to get finished. I tell you what, here in Kansas, while we have our spring, summer, fall, and winter seasons, we have a remaining, 8 or 9 more seasons in between there. We have Fool's Winter, Fool's Spring, Second Winter, Third Spring, and so on and so forth. And we are experiencing Second Winter, I believe. 2 weeks ago, it was in the 60s and beautiful outside, like anywhere from 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. Not a big deal. Pretty manageable in the 60s for sure. And then we got 4 days of really annoying rain. Well, here we are a couple more days later. It's nothing but blow. I tried to put siding on yesterday and it was not working out. I put 2 pieces up and I called it quits because it pulled out twice. There's nothing I could do about it. So yeah, we're experiencing second winter. It is 30 degrees out now, and well, it was supposed to rain or snow today, or snow yesterday, and it was supposed to be dead calm today. Well, our weather pattern shifts so often that the wind that we had yesterday blew in a cold front, and it looks like we may get some moisture later on. Not too sure about it. I don't know what to do with it if it does, but it is part of just living here in the Midwest, here in Kansas. So I'm gonna stop here at the hardware store. We're gonna get some extra materials and go on about our day. Well, guys, as you can see here, the coop is sited. It's been 2 weeks since the first part of part 2. My dad came up to hang out with us for the weekend, and well, we got this sited. I'm very appreciative of the assistance because where we live, it's very windy and the weather is very unpredictable. We weren't supposed to get any rain, and then all of a sudden we've got 3 inches of rain, and we're day 2 out from the rainstorm we had and just starting to dry out. So doing anything outside is kind of miserable because you track mud everywhere and you get it caked on your boots, and then you just get it kicked off and you step into a wet spot. And then I had 3 days of fighting water in my house or in my window wells, and you guys saw the last video there about that. But yeah, we're this far. Yesterday I started working on the eaves, building the ladders out for the eaves. So I got 2 sides done. Got the south and the east side looking really nice. Has a nice little slope. It's going to be really helpful because I'll have, let me turn the camera around here. Over here, the eave will come in 2.5 foot, and then this will all be chicken run right here. I talked about it in the last video. So I've got basically 1 more large eave to build, and then the 2 side ones, and then I'm going to start building out the run probably today if the wind starts blowing and the sun comes out, to help dry this out a little bit more. That way I can dig my piers and start pouring concrete. I know this isn't a step-by-step informational video, but it's just taking a lot of time, and we're on a time constraint because it's the end of March. I should have already purchased chickens for this to get them in the brooder and everything, but life happens, and I'm building an oversized chicken coop for the next season, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, yet again, another new day. Yesterday was beautiful. I got the door done. Look at that beauty. 2 things that I did wrong that I wish I would have thought of doing. I wish I would have painted this first and then could have kept this a natural color and just finished it. But I'm gonna go ahead and match the other shit up there with the white trim around everything. It's a beautiful day today, although it's a little chilly and windy. So I'm gonna get a little less work done until the sun comes out. All the eaves, ladders are done. I'm gonna go buy some plywood to start the soffit. Probably some 3/8, 16 inches wide. Get that done, and then yesterday while I was finishing that, or waiting for this stuff to get done, I did get these 2 pillars done. The ground has to come up to the top of those, so I had a lot of backfilling to do to make this all level for the chicken run, which is gonna be fine because on the baseboard here, I'm gonna take chicken wire, the mesh, and I'm gonna lay it down here on the ground and then fill over it. That way, my dogs or other animals can't necessarily dig underneath it really easy and get into the chicken run. Now my dogs are gonna be trained not to touch chickens, but you never know. And then predators such as coyotes and raccoons and kind of stuff, which we don't have very many raccoons out here because there's no trees for them to nest in, but hopefully they'll be deterred by putting that chicken wire underneath that bottom board. So that is looking nice. I just pulled the paper off the top half just so we can get some more airflow in there. I poured those yesterday at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and they're still wet. Could have waited some more to pull those off, but more airflow means quicker drying time. So I'm gonna go to town, buy a couple more 2x there, and then let's see here. Man, that thing is looking professional. Like I almost know what I'm doing. Anyways, coming here real fast. This is all looking really nice. This wall is going to be a little stub wall there, 36 inches tall, so 3 foot tall, and then that's just going to be the nesting boxes on this side of the wall. A 24-inch door here. Of course, it's 80 inches tall with that cross beam there. And so, go to town, buy more 2x that I couldn't repurpose out of my own pile because, like I said, the remaining stuff I have is not very good. Excited to get this thing done though. Hopefully if the weather is nice this weekend, I can go ahead and buy some decking material and we can start roofing or start putting plywood up on the roof and going about that. So I'm gonna go buy some more material and come back to this video once again, probably tomorrow. Well guys, this is what we've got done so far today, and I've been busy. Got some work outside and inside. I'm still doing more. It's early in the day so far, but here's my door frame to the roost. This wall here is obviously a little stub wall. This will be plywood backed over here, and then my nesting boxes will lay here. Haven't decided how many I want. I might do 1 single row of 4, or maybe even a double stack of 3. Like I said, I haven't decided that. I don't want to make them too crowded in their nesting boxes, but I don't want to undersize it for later on when we may get more chickens than what I'm planning for. Do have to put 1 more horizontal dead center here, and then we'll be good. I'm going to put the chicken wire mesh on here, and that will help keep the chickens from flying in and into the storage room. Of course, I'll have a nice door right here, similar to that. This little area is where I'm going to have my storage. I'm going to build a little storage bench right here with some open cabinets down below, or maybe even just some steel cans can slide underneath. The big thing is I really wanted to put go buy a cheap cabinet to put there, but growing up we were on the farm, and on the farm, if you have a nice cool dark place with a food source, that attracts rodents, and you don't want rodents in your chicken house, because then rodents bring snakes, and snakes kill chickens and steal their eggs. So that's what we're looking at today. Gonna get some more work done and probably even get a door done today. Huh, buddy? Trip. guys, jumping ahead a couple more weeks. It's been about 5 weeks since the beginning of this video. It'll probably be much longer before it gets out. But with the weather and the wind, recording, and everything else going on live, it takes time to get out here and do this. So today I'm on the roof, getting it shingled. Of course, I got my felt paper down. I have a starter strip all the way around. The edges, not required. Not required to do a starter strip all the way around the edge. But I had it left over from the roofing of my house, and that'll help just kind of get more waterproofing on the edge, so if there was any leaks on the sides, it won't get in there. I've got 4 square of this Atlas Castlebrook pewter shingles from Menards, the cheapest I could find, and it's a grayish color, not complete black, so it at least reflects some light. That was the lightest color they had and the cheapest style they had at Menards. So I have 4 square of that, which is 12 bundles, if you guys know the words on that, the verbiage. And I do have a old roof vent. This is actually sent with the house, but it got damaged in transport. A tree hit it, and so they took it off and replaced it. So I just took it and just actually straightened it out pretty easy. Cut a hole, and that'll help exhaust hot air in the chicken coop. But I'll get this done today. Hopefully it's about 240 square foot or so. It's windy and it's getting warm out, so the tar paper is getting sticky. Not fun. You can see all my tracks here. It's all part of it. Let's go ahead and get it done. Chicken coop is roofed. And I even had some left. Well, I apologize if there's any wind noise here in this segment. We had a cold front blowing last night and quite a bit of wind and rain today. So I'm in the chicken run this afternoon, noticing all the trash here. We had that cold front come through there about a week ago, and it just blew trash all over the place. So I had to go around and pick stuff up and contain it here in the chicken run. But today's project, I'm digging a 1 foot wide, 1 foot deep trench, and I'm putting this 24-inch wide, 1/4-inch mesh on the inside, and I'm going to backfill that. That'll help with predator control, hopefully, so if they start digging down from the outside, they'll hit that. I do plan on putting stuff on the outside also, so they'll dig into that. We'll see what happens with that. But this should do quite a bit of work. I might actually just get some kettle panels and cut them off and stick them in the ground outside and backfill there. More to come with that, but this is what today's project is. Neat little tree branch that was long ago cut. It was cut down here on the bottom, and it sat out here for quite a bit. It's well weathered, but it'll be a nice little roosting spot for the chickens. I mean, it actually just fit in there perfect. I'm kind of surprised how well it fit. Even had a little branch to nestle up against here. I took some 5-inch lags, tapped them in there, took one of the branches that was broke off and put a corner support there, and this thing is snug, not going anywhere. Pretty neat to see that happen. Happy about that. So the next video, I'm sure, will be a couple days away. Well, guys, got the coop all painted out today, or over the last couple of days. Actually got the last coat on today, and then I'll trim out the windows and the door and maybe the edges in white. I'm not for sure yet. And then of course the soffit is going to be painted also. But it's looking really good. It's a gunmetal gray from Benjamin Moore. It's a bluish gray. It matches the shed up here and my doghouse next to it and my house. So it looks really good. I'm excited to get it done. The chicks, we do have chicks. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 chickens, or 14 chickens and 2 ducks. It's gonna be a nice little home for them today. On top of getting it painted, I'm backfilling all of this here. As I said in the earlier part of the video, I had about 3 to 4 foot of dirt to bring out, and you can see here now it doesn't drop off like it did here. I have another foot or so to bring out and type her around because I need to have a nice little pad back here about the size of that shadow for my water buckets, water containment buckets and tanks. so I can not only water the garden, but water the chickens from there. I've got guttering all up and everything. Got to put it back on so I can obviously use it, but I'm not done painting yet. The chicken run looks really, really good. I have a piece of metal to put in here, and then my door, of course, to put on. All of this is treated lumber except for the roof and a piece right there. It's all treated, so nice and weather protected if it's not painted. Looking really, really nice. Now, I don't necessarily need to do the blue color. I could have done any other color, but I wanted something to match the rest of the property and really gives it some value if it looks really good and kind of matches. This is an extra 300 square foot outbuilding that wouldn't have been here otherwise, and we're building a homestead, so doing it once, doing it right. With the current prices of material, it does suck that it costs more, significantly more, to have done this compared to this time last year, but that's what we're doing here on the homestead. I repurposed quite a bit, but I still had to spend a little bit of money to get this far. So I'm gonna continue working on the tractor, getting some dirt brought in here and landscaped, and then I'll get grass seed planted, and hopefully that'll take off soon, and we'll keep on going.